We're here at the Carolina Music Festival with the king of go-go music, Chuck Brown. Welcome to North Carolina.
Hello, hello. I'm glad to be here. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. We are so excited to have this festival closed out with go-go. Can you talk about how go-go goes with smooth jazz and R&B, the rest of the lineup we've had over these weekends?
Yeah, I know y'all been cooking out here. It's been really, really, really joyous, just being here, and I appreciate being here. But like you say, the go-go and the jazz and all that, Marcus Johnson and all them wonderful artists that you have here. I'm glad to be on the show with them, and I'm honored, really. Marcus is a very good friend of mine, and he's a dynamite musician, and it's home to me, North Carolina is where I was born,
Said, okay, all right, so you're glad to be back. What part of North Carolina are you from?
Well, I'm from Gaston, and went to Charlotte, lived in Charlotte for a while when I was a little baby, my mother, and then we moved on up Virginia and Richmond, and ended up in D.C.
Can you talk a little bit about the ingredients of go-go music? A little North Carolina in there, a little DC.
Yeah, you got that soul, that spiritual feel, you know what I'm saying? And, go-go, the idea came to me quite a few years ago, more than 30 years ago. And it was like the old beat that we used, and the groove that we used was like the beat that my mother and father and I used to jump and shout off in the church when I was a little boy. And Grover Washington came out with this Mr. Magic, and it gave me an idea to adopt that beat and try to make it happen, So it's an ingredients of Latin and with little African percussion, and it just goes and goes and goes, Call and response, audience participation, and it's been fun.
You've been making it happen for these 30 years. The experience has been interesting, huh? A lot of different kinds of
yes, indeed.
And people you shared stage with.
Yeah, and I meet all kinds of people. I've shared stage with many, many great artists, And it makes me a little nervous when I have to close the show out behind great artists like you had here today,
We've been looking forward to it all weekend long. We know it's going to be hot. You've got a big band of people, got some young musicians working with you now?
Yes, yes, and a couple of those guys, too. A few guys. I got a couple of guys from out of college, and one from Berkeley. Matter of fact, two from Berkeley. Graduated from Berkeley, and I got a few young guys that come out of Howard University, and these guys, I just feel good about them. We have a lot of fun playing together.
All right, how you feel about the future of go-go? It's going to keep going as long as you keep going and beyond.
Yeah, that's why I call it go-go. It just goes and goes and goes. And it's spreading all over the place, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for all the fans that have supported us all these years, and their radios and the disc jockeys and all. There's nothing more to ask for, I really appreciate everything. I'm one of those appreciative type of guys, Keeps you humble, you know what I mean?
Great. So what can we look for in the future? You got a new project coming out? You got one?
Yeah, we have one out now called We're About the Business, and I'm getting ready to go back in and work on another one. I like to do a live album before we go back, before we finish the next studio album, and to get the audience up in it, and it's just one of those things that I like doing jazz, and I'm influenced by a lot of great artists. I'm influenced by people like Muddy Waters, and I love blues, and that's where I come from, And Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Lightning Hopkins, Howlin' Wolf, Guitar Slim, and of course, man, little Bobby Parker. I'm sure y'all heard of him. Bobby Parker was a great influence on me, and he taught me a lot. I like to mix it up a little bit, play a little jazz, mix it up with a little funk,
All right. Anything else you'd like to add while we got you?
Well, I'd like to thank all the North Carolina fans that has been supporting us all these years, because, every time we come down here, we get the warm welcome, we get the most, everybody's joyous, They just seem to just want to party, and go. That's why they call it go. And and I'm influenced by a lot of jazz artists too. Wes Montgomery, Kenny Burrell, people like Charlie Bird, I can just go on and on. Ella Fitzgerald, Billy Eckstein, Arthur Prysock, you know. I can just go on and on. Barry White, love of my life. I love Barry. James Brown, greatest influence on me in terms of funk, you know. And matter of fact, he's a great influence on everybody. But now James Brown, I seen the time when we was doing Top 40, when you hit the stage, if you didn't do James Brown, you might not get that gig no more, you know? Yeah, that was a few years back, and I had the honor of playing with him, opening up for him at the 930 Club in D.C., and I had the pleasure of opening up for him in several places around the country, and also over in Europe.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Looking forward to you closing out the show on a hot, high note.
Thank you so much for having me.
Carolina Music Festival's Chuck Brown.